Inman News posted an interesting article last week that hit an old problem from a slightly different angle. The article was titled, "It Will Take a Village to Close a Loan in 2015. That's for sure. Loan officers and recent homebuyers everywhere just said a collective amen to that.
Can I get an amen up in here? Yeah.
Now, loan officers know the real deal and live and breathe it every day. Realtors, they get it to some degree, but I'm not sure they fully grasp the issue at hand. They need to because after all, they have influence on which lender their client will go to. Now sure, they can't direct or force a client to use lender X or Y, but they can give good, honest feedback from their own real world experiences. What these potential buyers and realtors who don't quite grasp the importance need to know is, it takes on average 25 individuals to close a single mortgage transaction. And oftentimes, the loan officers duplicating their efforts by having the same conversation with several different individuals. And as Inman News pointed out, buyers aren't the only ones suffering. Everyone involved in the mortgage process has to deal with this fundamentally flawed system. Ouch. Strong words, but probably appropriate for the lending process in 2015. Inman also brought up the changes we've been talking about and stated the obvious. Lenders are struggling to get to the closing table due to the ever-changing loan process gauntlet, and adding 3 days to this already broken system maybe isn't a good idea. They feel like the rest of us. This will most likely just cause more delays and more frustration. So let's shift gears. We can complain about it, or we can start working towards a real solution moving forward. As Inman News stated, all this adds up to the irrefutable truth: the mortgage industry needs to rethink the process of closing a loan in 2015 on the fundamental level. Agreed, so what does that look like? Well, let me merge Inman's idea with one I've had rattling around in my head for quite some time, and wouldn't you know it, it leverages technology. It's so funny, we're in 2015 and yet the mortgage process is still stuck in the 80s. What's the one big problem we've faced? It's the reason for all these new changes coming up. It's one word: disclosures. When do they get sent out? Are they accurate? Can my buyer understand them? No? Okay, well, let's give them 3 more days to review them even though they've had 30. Now I get it, things change, and this is why we have this new 3-day waiting period. How about this though? A real-time digital platform that can be accessed by all parties involved. It's one main page that will display the pertinent information anytime the consumer, lender, realtor, and closer would like to view it. When a change is made, say the rate is locked, a fee is amended up or down, all parties involved receive an alert. Not a piece of mail, not a new paper disclosure, a real-time alert that something has changed. You're then taken to the digital platform, and highlighted in yellow is the recent change. Obviously your payment is there, your interest rate, your loan terms, cash to close is there, all of it. Hey, and while we're at it, let's kill 2 birds with 1 stone. On the left is a list of items still needed to close said loan. Labeled in red are the items still needed. Imagine that. We wouldn't have to wait for snail mail. There's clear, concise, ever-present communication as to what is needed to close the loan and what's happening with your rates and fees. We wouldn't need a 3-day waiting period before closing. Why would we? The client has had real-time access to their loan the entire time. It's full disclosure in real time and removes the need for redundant paper disclosures and redundant conversations. Yes, I still need your pay stub, Mrs. Smith. Nothing's changed. I told you that on day 1. It leverages the technology that already exists. It can be accessed from your phone, your laptop, or your desktop at any time. Now, that's thinking ahead. The CFPB's response and changes are needed, but we're going about them the wrong way, leveraging old technology with an old, stale vision. Now, don't tell me, oh, I keep the clients informed the entire time. There's no need for this. I'm sure you do. But we need a new, fresh perspective to this old problem. We need to think and work smart. We have to get the mortgage process out of the 80s. CFPB, you want to affect change in a real way? Stop mandating more paperwork and additional days to review and start requiring a real-time digital platform to promote and encourage full, accurate, real-time disclosure, thus streamlining this fundamentally flawed system, as Inman would say. What say you, Resource Nation? Keep doing what we've always been doing, or pursue new, fresh solutions moving forward? Let us know down below. We'll see you next week.